Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Tuesday's English lesson. Now, so far this week, we have looked at statement sentences. So today, we're going to look at a different type of sentence, and we are going to be learning all about question sentences today. We're going to learn about what question sentences are, why and how we use them, and more importantly, what piece of punctuation we must remember to put at the end. So questions we can use when we are talking or when we are writing, and we use questions to ask somebody something, and our questions always end with a question mark. So what Miss Billick would like you to do now is see if you can have a go at practicing forming a question mark. See if you can have a go. You can pause the video if you need to. And when we ask a question, sometimes our voice will go slightly higher at the end. What did you have for dinner? There are different ways to which we can start our question sentences. So when we want to ask somebody something or find out some information, we can start our sentences with some of these words. So we could start with which, what if, who, why, when, where, how, whose, or what. They are all different ways, different words we could use to start our question sentence. Here I have got some sentence starters which could also help me when I want to ask a question to somebody and find out some information. So for who, I could ask who would, who does, who can, who was, or who is. For my what question sentence, I could start with what should, what would, what might, what is, what do. If I wanted to start my sentence with when, I might start with when might, when does, when can, when did, when are. If I wanted to start my question sentence with where, I might start with where has, where was, where will, where did, where do. If I wanted to ask why, I might say why did, why does, why can, why is. I might want to start my question sentence with which. Which would, which might, which will, which is. And my final way is how. How can, how do, how does, how will. Your job today, children, is that you have got a picture. Now, we don't know what is happening or who these people are in the picture. We have got to use and write some question sentences to ask some questions to find out some information that you want to know about what is happening in this picture. So this is the one you're going to do, but Miss Billick is going to show you the different ways that you could write your question sentences on this picture. So my picture is slightly different. Now, I'm very, very curious as to what is happening in this picture. I'm going to think of some questions starting with these different ways. I might start with which, who, how. I'm not going to start my question sentence the same way every time. I'm going to challenge myself. Can I write some question sentences using some of these different ways? So, in my picture, to me, this looks like a giant. And I can see some tiny people who look like they are running away. The giant's got his hand to his mouth. He looks a bit worried, maybe a bit confused. Maybe these people are scared of him and that's why they're running away. So I'm going to think of some questions that I want to ask about what is happening in this picture. So I'm going to start with, I might just start with by asking a question of, is this a giant? And remember, what piece of punctuation do I need at the end? It is a question mark, because every sentence I write today is asking a question. So my first question is this person a giant? That is the first thing I want to find out. I might then ask, is this a friendly giant? Is he a friendly giant? So new line, new question. Is he a friendly giant? Okay, I then might move on to, I might use what, and then I'm going to start my next question sentence with what. And to me, it looks like he might be staring at this strange object here. So I might ask the question, what is he staring at? What is he staring at? Oh, don't forget my question mark because I'm asking a question. I might then, for my next what question, say, what is he doing with his hand? New sentence. What is he doing with his hand? I then might move on to, I think I might use who. I'm really intrigued to find out who this item belongs to. So my question is, who does the item belong to? Remember, anything you want to find out about this picture, you need to write down any questions that you have. I might then start my next question sentence with where. I want to know where the giant has come from. So new line, where. Where has the giant come from? Question mark, that's very important. I then might move on to start my question sentence with why. I want to know why. Are there trees on his head? So new line, why does he have trees on his head? I then want to find out, are there any other giants with him? Because I can't see in the picture, but there might be some behind. So that's the next question I want to ask. Are there any other giants with him? So I'm really thinking carefully about what questions I want to ask. What do I want to know about this picture? and I'm using my different ways to start my question sentences. I'm not just starting with why for every time, I'm really trying to vary the way I ask my questions. Now it is your turn, boys and girls, to have a go at writing your own question sentences, asking some information, what do you want to find out? And remember, when you write your question sentence, you must now remember a question mark at the end of your sentence. This is the picture you are going to be using, and I want you to think about what questions you want to find out about that picture. So any questions you have, you're going to write them down there, and don't forget to see if you can start your questions in these different ways. I hope you have a lovely morning, children. Please try and remember to send your work to your teacher. We can't wait to see what questions you want to find out. Bye, see you tomorrow.